Welcome to this episode of Rico TV. Hey, everybody, that's just a little intro. I've made up my own theme song. hey, until you get it, you just gotta go with it, right? Welcome to this Rico TV episode. Today's title is Stop the Madness. I am your host, speaker, author, master motivator, Yakima Eunice Marks. I hope that your smile today is just as big as mine and that you're having a magnificent day on today. So for today's episode of Rico TV, I'm really excited about it, but let me stop myself. Before I go into content, check me out online at yakimaspeaks.com or like my Facebook page at Yakima, speaker, author, and master motivator. If you show us some love, it would do my heart so good. All righty. Today's title, Stop the Madness. So we all know what time of the year it is. March Madness. And I know that you guys are out there rooting for your favorite teams, filling out those brackets and really a lot of energy in the air. What I want to give you 3 points today to stop the madness in your life so that you can create equally as exciting energy in your life for your purpose and for your destiny. If you've been following me, you know one thing that I pride myself on is really coming from the most authentic and vulnerable space that I can and sharing my growth lessons with you, which sometimes is not always easy, guys, but I've been called to do this. And I want you to know as well that this work is just not for me. Your story is not your story. You have something to share. You have something to contribute. And so make it a point. If you know someone going through some things that you have already grown through, make it a point to stop and talk with them and share the lessons. It doesn't have to be like how I do it. It can be like how you can do it because only you can do it the way that you can. So I just wanted to put that little tidbit out there. So as you're going through March Madness, cheering for your teams and everyone's very excited, number one is that you need to become your own biggest fan. Become your own biggest fan. And so in order to do that, there are 3 things today that I want to go over to help you stop the madness. So the first thing I want to say is break in order to break out. Break in order to break out. What I mean by that is in order for you to live your highest, your best, to give your all, to say, hey, you know what? Every day I wake up, I leave it all on the field. You really have to get to know this person. And this person is YOU. That's right. You have to get to know you. And that is a process. It's the down and dirty, get down the nitty gritty process. It does not always feel so good, but you really need to understand what makes you tick. You need to understand, what habits and behaviors that you have, and really understand, what areas of opportunities and what things that you are great at. What do people say? Hey, you know what? No one can do this better than you. And in order to know, in order to be able to accept, in order to be able to really live out loud, you need to understand who you are as a person. And guys, that takes a lot of work. And it takes a lot of time, and it does not happen overnight. However, what happens if you don't understand who you are? What happens if you keep allowing other people to dictate to you what your life will look like? What happens? Who does that hurt? Whose destiny does that hinder? And it's nobody but yours. So remember that you have to break in order to break out. The second point that I want to make is don't allow other people's insecurities to dictate your habits, behaviors, and or compromise your standards. Look, when it comes to standards, everybody has their own set of standards. There are no right and there are no wrong. What works for you may not work for me. What works for me may not work for you. And all of that is fine, well, and good. However, at the end of the day, when you find yourself consistently and constantly lowering and trying to fit your place in spaces that you have grown for, you need to recode that thing and do an evaluation. Do a standard evaluation, because that can only happen in 2 ways. So either one, eventually people are going to have to start rising up to your standard and what you believe in and what you want for your life, or either whoo, you're gonna plummet. And so you have to make that decision. Are we gonna go up? Are we going up? Am I gonna go up? Or am I gonna plummet and fall down so that everybody can feel comfortable? I can't make that decision for you. That is your decision to make. But I will tell you one thing about me is I like to move on up. I hit that note. All right. That's me being silly, guys. So move on up. The third thing that I want to talk about, guys, is that you don't have to play a victim in order to be understood or in order to be empathized with. Just be you. And what I mean by that is I have a very strong personality. I'm a strong woman. I pride myself on that. And it's not to say I don't have weak moments. And I know that there are many guys out there and many, many women out there. We put on our superhero capes and we are the epitome of strength. We are the epitome of fortitude or perseverance. And so to other people, it looks like that we may not need help or that we may not have moments of weakness. But I can assure you, you're like me and I am 1,000,000% human, okay, flawed and all, as they say. However, I'm not going to compromise who I am. I don't believe in playing victim, and so I will not play victim in my life. I will not give power to people, places, situations, and things that that don't serve me, and neither will I give my power away. I maintain my own power, and I want you to know that you maintain your power on today. You have the power. Your power is yours. And the only way that it goes away is if you give it away. Don't give your power away. You're too great. You're too strong. You're too awesome. Your destiny is too big. Your purpose is too important for you to give it away. Be a gladiator for your life, because I tell you one thing, I'm going to be a gladiator for mine. That's this episode of Recode TV. Thank you so much for joining me. I can't wait to get some guests on the purple couch, yeah. I'm excited about it. Peace out, and I'll see you next episode. Bye-bye.